Morning folks, it's the 28th of March. The clocks went forward last night and we're losing an hour's sleep, but for some reason I'm up early. Well, earlier than normal. I'm just heading down to the gate to collect our wildlife camera trap for reasons that will become plain. What's really lovely at the moment, after a long winter of the weather's been, it's been cold, but that's okay. But it's just the lack of life around the place that is what slows you down. But the birds are all returning now, and there's green shoots everywhere, and there's catkins on the trees. Just show you the vegetables as we pass by. I'm just going to turn you around. Well, the covers appears to have blown off overnight. But we've got a few things in the ground now. Some peas there, and some onions there, and there's beetroot and radish under this cover. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I walk down to this gate most mornings. Generally when Lindsay leaves for work, I go down there, open the gate and see her off. And there's a bird that is always singing in the trees just down here. I'm not great with identifying birds. But I have a friend, Greg, who, he can identify them from, from their sight, from their flight, from their song. And so I sent him this little video. So I asked him if he could identify that bird by its song, and he gave me what was just about the best answer to any question I've ever asked. Your songster is in fact a chaffinch. Picture in your mind's eye a sunny cricket ground. The day's getting long, not much has happened. The proper bowlers have done their best but are all in. Now it's time for the part-timers to have a trundle. Up comes one of them now. He has a stuttering run up to the wicket. Takes him ages to get there, but suddenly he finds a burst of energy and sends down a keen delivery. What I mean is, well, you know what I mean. The song is all stutters to start with, but always ends with that fast explosion. So it's funny that the chaffinch features in the next video I'm going to show you as well. As I was coming down here on, might have been Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember now, and I got to the gate, opened it, and I heard something move. It wasn't delicate, it was a bit of a lumpy movement. So I stopped still, and there was no sound to be heard other than the river. And then I moved and I heard it again, and I looked up, and there was, on the other riverbank, I could see there was a pile of feathers by the riverbank, and then I looked slightly to the right and saw Sparrow Hawk that had caught a pigeon, and obviously it had seen me and was trying to fly away with it, but it was just too heavy for it, so it was too far away to get any decent footage with my phone. So I took the chance to go back to the caravan and get my other decent camera, and managed to get this video of it. So anyway, after that I left it to its own devices, and I went about my day, and then I came back a few hours later. I know obviously the Sparrow Hawk had gone, but the carcass of the pigeon was still there. So I thought, I wonder if he'll come back. So Lindsay bought me a Browning, a really nice Browning wildlife camera trap for my birthday. So I came down, I set it up in a tree, and in the evening we came back and we checked it, and it seems that the Sparrowhawk had come back, but as it flew through the gap in the trees, it must have knocked the camera, and we got this shot of just its wing out on the edge of the shot. So I thought, oh well, that's it. That's a shame. But then of course I thought, well, the carcass is still there. I wonder if anything else will be around tonight. So I set the camera back up, and this is what happened. So now I'm just going back down, because we're just wondering whether the otters turned up because some activity had been going on, and there was, I can't imagine that otters are into eating pigeons, but we also wonder whether this is just an ordinary every night hangout for the otters. Because it's quite interesting that down here these two patches are quite bare. There's that patch there and that patch there, which are all muddy, and there's nowhere else like it much along the riverbank. Everywhere else there's vegetation. So we just wondered. So this is where I've set the camera up, just here, and I'm just gonna turn it off and take the card out. I'll take that back and see whether or not the otters came back last night. And so this video is either going to fade to black now, or there'll be some more otter action. Either way, hope you've enjoyed this little peek into some of the wildlife that we're discovering here. And I've already put some little bits and pieces of this up on our Instagram account, so if you do the whole Instagram thing, you can find us at Ladyfield Farm, Scotland, all one word. And I'll catch you on another video soon, I hope. Have a lovely spring.